Hey guys, we are back with another week of Katekyo Hitman REBORN, and we are 7 chapters away from hitting the big 100. Okay? And before we get into that, I just have to say, we need another one of these. We need one of these. Not a Jump Force, one of Jump Stars verse, okay? Because we were robbed of these guys. We were robbed of them. And Alan and plenty more. Okay? And don't worry, it didn't crash. It crashed on the cushion and everything. But yeah, we need one of those more. Okay? We need that. Plus they add the new characters of, new gen characters. Okay? And bring back Reborn, probably add like a Yamamoto or a Zanzis or a Gokudera into the game. You know how amazing that game will be? And it's kind of structured like, I don't know, like Street Fighter 6 or like a Devil May Cry. You feel me? Devil May Cry 5. Get us invested in anime games once more. It will be, I will be one of the first people to do a pre-order for that. Okay, I was just looking at it and I'm like, dang, the last good anime video game we had was Jump V-Stars. That was the last good one. If you talk about whole collaboration of different characters, not just for a solo series. But anywho, getting into 93, after 92, where was the declaration after the knight made a letter, official letter, stating, one, he wanted his son Zanzis to be the successor of the Vongola, whereas Imitsu wanted his son Suna to become the heir. So it was a clash of two different sides, despite originally the ninth was okay with the fact that Suna should have been the sole heir. Okay? And what I find in this chapter that they basically what I said in 92. So we start off with 93 with Suna. It's the next day now, okay? And Suna thought he dreamt up all of this that the Varya came because he didn't see the letter, and Lambo's home. He's not seeing his dad, but come to find out everything is real. Reborn framed the letter from the night. Okay, like it's a freaking diploma that he got, okay? And Lambo is still there, but his dad went with Basil to go on some official business in regards to the whole 10th generation, potential 10th generation versus the Varya, okay? And this is where the first time we are introduced to the Cervello, who are basically take direct orders from the knights. So in regards to who has more power, okay, and the way they explain them is they, like I said, they serve directly under the knight, but thing was Imitsu never heard of the Cervello organization. So keep in mind the fact that Imitsu, who is the advisor, he is second in command, he is the VP, okay, and he never heard of this organization until now. That you should keep in mind is very fishy because they came out of nowhere, okay, and they basically said no, we're gonna kind of change things. So the scramble has to take place, the battle for the rings, and it's a fight to the death, okay. It's going to take place at Namimori Middle School, okay, and it's going to take place the day after. So the same day that Suna wake up, later that day at midnight, everybody has to arrive by 11 p.m. to the school because the battle will take place at 12 midnight, okay? And when you see that, it kind of looks like they're suspicious because one of the Varya members, like, oh well, too bad, you guys have to take this challenge. And it makes you think, okay, like I said, Imitsu is the advisor who takes direct orders himself as well, but also moves on his own within the organization. Again, like Reborn stated, the advisors, they are with the Vongola, but at the same time they're not, until it comes down to very serious matters where they have to take charge and deal with the matters within the family, within the organization. And the fact that he never heard of these people before, because these are the twins, and this is not going to be the first time you see them. Okay, they're a very mysterious group of people who only consist of these women who always wears these eye masks and everything. And in the anime, they show them to have like long pink hair and stuff. And it's just like, I kind of did wish Akira Amano would delve more in their Sovelo organization, just who really are they. But for now, they are very suspicious. Okay, so they gave the orders that, again, the fight, the battle for the half rings will commence at Namimori Middle School at 12 midnight, and it is a fight to the death. Okay, and then the Varya leave, and they're preparing themselves as the same with Suna. So Suna is worried about everything that's happening, because it's like, why do I have to go and fight this very scary person? As if Mukuro wasn't already terrifying as it is, now you're facing against someone who, as Reborn stated, and I stated in last chapter, that even if Suna gave up his rightful place as heir to the Vongola, Zanzas doesn't care. Zanzas will still go out of his way to eventually kill Suna and all those that he cares about, to make sure that no one is in his way. So it's basically a damn if Suna do and a damn if Suna doesn't. Okay, so Suna is pretty terrified, because it's just like, I'm facing against one of the scariest opponents I have ever faced up till this point. He is a professional assassin. He has it out for me, and now I have to take on this guy who I may or may not be able to beat. Okay, and on top of that, it's just like, even if he doesn't fight him, he's still going to be coming after Suna regardless of the matter. So he's going to school and he's wondering how everybody's feeling. He meets up with Yamamoto and Gokudera, who are both pretty excited about this. They're very jittery, but of course, like, you know, this is different time around. So like, you know, for Yamamoto is facing off against Squallow again, and Gokudera is going to be skipping school to keep practicing on how to land his bombs with the paper airplanes. As soon as getting into school, he's in school now, he meets with Kyoko. There was the excuse that his father told, saying that Suna was sick, when actually he was training for those 5 days before the Varya came earlier than expected to Japan from Italy. And Kyoko's asking him and telling him that, like, her brother is acting strange. Of course, this is not the first time. Again, Kyoko arc incident, and remember, he got beat up. And we get a little history on the Sasagawa siblings and why Kyoko she's so against Ryohei getting in any scruffles, any fights, if you will, because what happened is, when they were both in elementary school and there were middle school kids who had basically, you know, beef with Ryohei, they purposely lured him out by drawing Kyoko and, you know, for him to go get her, and they beat him up to the point that they cracked his skull and left him with that scar that he has over his eyebrow. And from then on, Kyoko, anytime she thinks her brother may be in an ordeal where he has to go fight other people, she rightfully gets scared and worried, because she feels like if it wasn't her fault for following those middle school kids at the time when she was younger, her brother wouldn't have ended up as injured as he was. And, you know, a reminder of what happened while he was trying to protect her. Okay, so it was like a heart-to-heart talk between him and Ryohei, because she was asking Suna when they were in the classroom, like, do you know what my brother is doing? You know, like, I'm pretty worried about him and everything. And that's when Ryohei had to take him out of class and tell him the whole story background as to between both of them and Kyoko's fears and worries about him fighting and everything. But Ryohei, being the big bro of the group, he tells Suna, don't worry about it, I got this. Okay, and mind you, him saying that, look at the chapter cover for 93, is showing the Sasagawa siblings, because by the end of the chapter, we get where now it has reached 11 p.m. later that day, and everybody, Suna, Lambo, Gokudera, Yamamoto, and Ryohei, they all are at the front gates of Namimori at 11 p.m. because the first official match is about to start, and it's the match for the Guardians of the Sun Ring, and it's Ryohei with the guy with the sunglasses. Okay, those who have read and watched the anime, you know who he is. I'm not gonna give out his name as of yet. They're gonna introduce him fully in the next chapter, but that's the first match of it all. Okay, so and then also we saw Hibari and Dino in this chapter. They look pretty beat up, so it looks like Hibari's training is about to come to a close very soon, so we're not going to see him until it's time for his match in a few chapters later. But yeah, this chapter ended off signaling the start of the Battle of the Rings, okay, for the successors of the rings, and the first match that we're going to see starting next chapter is for the Guardian Ring Sun, and it's going to be Ryohei. Okay, big bro stepping up to the plate. You know, it was all leading up to this, from the chapter cover to the talk that he had with Kyoko. It was a foreshadowing, okay, and that's what's going to happen. So guys, do tell me in the comment section below on how you felt about chapter 93. How do you feel about Suna just being worried about all this? I know some people will be like, oh, he was a scaredy cat and everything, but if you were in Suna's position, okay, how would you have felt? You know, knowing that these very scary people are after your life for a ring, and no matter what you do, no matter how far you run, they still will try to catch up to you to take you out. Like, tell me your thoughts on that. The links are in the description box, so you guys can go check that out. And I'm Kimi Chan of Anime Legends, and I will see you guys later. Bye. With